Let's talk about the XSS evasion techniques. Numerous techniques can be used to evade XSS protections and the security products, such as web application firewalls or inner short WAFs. Instead of listing all the different evasion techniques outlined by WASP, in this section we review some of the most popular techniques. First, let's take a look at an XSS JavaScript injection that would be detected by the most XSS filters and the security solutions, as you see here. The following example shows how the HTML image tag can be used in several ways to potentially evade XSS filters. It's also possible to use malicious HTML tags, such as tags, as demonstrated here. Also, an attacker may also use a combination of hexadecimal HTML characters references to potentially evade XSS filters, as demonstrated here. US ASCII encoding may bypass many content filters and can also be used as an evasion technique, but it works only if the system transmits in US ASCII encoding or if it's manually set. This technique is useful against WAFs. The following example demonstrates the use of the ASCII encoding to evade WAF. The following example shows an example of an evasion technique that involves using the HTML embedded tags to embed scalable vector graphics or SVG file. Here also links where the WASP XSS filter evasion cheat sheet. Also, this cheat sheet you have in the ports figure. How to mitigate XSS? Okay, the following this mitigation solutions, or maybe its general rules for preventing XSS attacks according to WASP. First, use an auto-escaping template system. Never insert untrusted data exception in allowed locations. Use HTML escape before inserting untrusted data into HTML element content. Use attribute escape before inserting untrusted data into HTML common attributes. Use JavaScript escape before inserting untrusted data into JavaScript data values. Use CSS escape and strictly validate before inserting untrusted data into HTML style property values. Sanitize HTML markup with a library such as ESAPI to protect the underlying application. Prevent DOM-based XSS by following WASP recommendations. Here also cheat sheet from the WASP. Use the HTTP only cookie flag, implement content security policy, and use XSS protection response header. Also, we should also convert untrusted input into a safe form, where the input is displayed as the data to the user. This prevents the input from executing as code in the browser. To do this, perform the following HTML entity encoding. It's this one. We are converting this to this kind of symbol, or converting this to this kind of symbol, etc. The following are additional best practices for preventing XSS attacks. It's escape all characters, including spaces, but including alphanumeric characters with the HTML entity, like these symbols. Format where the HH is a hex value. Also, we should use URL encoding only, not the entire URL or path fragments of a URL to encode parameter values. Escape all characters except for alphanumeric characters with the Unicode escaping format or XSS escaping supports, like this, and the XSS escape or or use the full amount of XSS escaping possible by zero padding the value, or educate users about safe browsing to reduce their risk of falling victim to XSS attacks. XSS controls are now available in modern web browsers. It's worth to note that one of the best practices, one of the best resources that lists several mitigations against XSS attacks and the vulnerabilities is the WASP cross-site scripting prevention cheat sheet. It's also available in this link.